Give me 1 second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Johnny Wimbrey. I know that we are chimed in and tuned in from all over the world as I am setting up the presentation. Give me some shout outs. Where are you guys tuning in from? Where are you out there in the world? All right, Texas, San Antonio. I see you in the building over there on Facebook. Let me check over here on Zoom. What's going on, people? Good afternoon, New York. Long Island is in the building. Central Texas, Bermuda, Hawaii, Honolulu, Jamaica, Toronto, Honolulu again, Houston, Texas, Delaware, Bermuda again, Rockford, Illinois. What's going on? We got people tuning in and chiming in from all over the world. I'm incredibly honored and pleased to be with every single one of you. My name is Johnny Wimbrey, and I have the distinct honor and pleasure of sharing something with you that I'm extraordinarily passionate about, and it is our opportunity, our company, that's called Ibüümerang. The individual who invited you to see this presentation, they just wanted to take a little bit of your time to share something that they're massively excited about. And the name of our company is Ibüümerang, as you can see in front of you. My name is Johnny Wimbrey. I am one of the top leaders in the company. I don't work for Ibüümerang. I'm not an employee. I don't have any stock in the company. I don't act like I'm not an owner, but I act like I am. I don't sit on the board of advisors, but I act like I do. I'm telling you all that to say this. I saw this opportunity just like you're about to see it. I was invited by a friend to see this exactly the same way you were invited to see it. And I'm hoping that you see what I saw. I hope that you see the vision, and I hope that I do a good enough job just to give you enough information to say, yes, I want more information, or no, I'm not interested. And that's my goal in the next 45 minutes of your life, is to get you to one of those points. And I believe that if you're like me and most of the people who see it, you're going to want to be a part of us, either as an ambassador, and we'll talk about what that is in a minute, or as a free customer. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. But first of all, I want you to focus on the name of our company. It's called Ibüümerang. Ibüümerang. Why? You're about to find out. What is a boomerang designed to do? If you throw a boomerang out, it's designed to do what? It's designed to come back to you. The question is, when it does come back, what if it came back with financial gain? What if it came back with incredible savings? What if it came back with incredible benefits? What if it came back with the fact that you fed a child a proper nutrition for today just because you caught a boomerang? That's who we are. And let's jump into it. Before we talk about the opportunity and the income and everything, the possibilities that exist in Ibüümerang, it is my job to slow down to talk about this. This is our disclaimer. Ibüümerang cannot, nor can we make any guarantees about your ability to get results inside Ibüümerang, to earn money or make commissions with our program information tools or strategies. The bottom line is, as you continue to read, what you put into our company is what you're going to get out. I like to give it the example of joining a gym membership, or you hire a personal trainer. If you hire a personal trainer, or if you join a local gym and you're paying a monthly fee, it is your responsibility to show up. It's not the personal trainer's job to call you to wake you up. It's your job. So just like you join a gym membership, you got to get on the treadmill. You got to lift some weights. You got to get in the pool. You got to get in action. There's no gym membership on the planet that can guarantee your results unless you show up and participate. And that's exactly the same thing with Ibüümerang. What you put into it is going to be directly related to what you get out of it. If you treat it like a hobby, it's going to treat you like a hobby. And that's okay. People have a lot of fun doing their hobbies. But I'm telling you from firsthand experience, if you treat this like a multi-million-dollar business, it can pay you like one. And it can pay the people that you bring in. And it can help your customers experience the benefits on a very high level if you treat it like a business. The bottom line is, it's time for the network marketing industry to evolve. The home-based business arena has looked exactly the same for the last 70 years. And the home-based business arena pitch is basically this: switch your water to my water. If you drink my water instead of their water, you'll be healthier. If you use my makeup instead of the world's makeup, you'll be healthier. And I'm financially incentivized to get you to switch your makeup, to get you to switch your nutritionals, to get you to switch your electricity. The whole network marketing industry They eat, sleep, and breathe historically on a switch pitch. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I want you to understand those companies are driven by top money earners who are incredible salespeople. That has been the nature of home-based businesses since day one. Great salespeople will always make it to the top of the company. And that's going to be true for Ibüümerang as well. But I think that you're going to find in Ibüümerang that many people that are making really good amounts of money in our company, they're not salespeople. They are using our systems. And that's what we mean when the industry needs to evolve. First-class consumer experiences for our customers, success without selling for ambassadors. We are ambassadors of Ibüümerang. I'm an ambassador in Ibüümerang. When you become an ambassador, it just simply means you are the person that's going to champion the cause of taking Ibüümerang to the masses, and we're going to financially incentivize you to do so. Now, I love this screen because as you're looking at this particular screen in the presentation, you're looking at a taxi cab. But I want you to read over here to the left. Taking the network marketing industry from the taxi cab era, where customers pay more, only strong recruiters win. Listen, where customers pay more and only strong recruiters win. That's the taxi cab arena. The network marketing industry was designed for top level salespeople, and those are the individuals that will always be at the top until now. How? Look at this. If you're 35 years or younger, that already looks like a dinosaur to you. I'm 45 years old. I haven't gotten inside a taxi in probably a decade. Why? Because I could pick up my phone and hit a button and a car comes to pick me up because I use a rideshare app. That's the modern industry. That's the modern technology. Ibüümerang is bringing the modern technology into the network marketing space. Imagine making money only when your customers save money. You hear what I just said? Imagine making money when your customers save money. Imagine if there's a technology to help ambassadors succeed, not based on your ability to be a top salesperson, not based on your ability to be the #1 recruiter, based on your ability to access a technology. And the more you access that technology, the more you expose that technology, you're financially rewarded. Well, Johnny, I don't know how to expose technology. Yes, you do. How many people are on Instagram today because of you? Because you expose them to that technology. How many people are on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn? How many of individuals around the world have joined a social media platform that links back to you? Probably tens of thousands, if not millions. But my question to you is, how much money did you make to help build those companies? Now, although we're in the modern era of technology, how much money are you making to help build these companies? And I really want you to think about this as I take a drink and pause. Have you ever thought to yourself that we created the world's youngest billionaire for free? His name is Mark Zuckerberg. When Mark Zuckerberg became a billionaire in Facebook, he was the youngest billionaire in the world. But did you ever think about the fact that we did it for free? So for the first time in history, we create billionaires for free because we're distracted having fun. And there's nothing wrong with that. It was never their business model to share the wealth with us. It was just their business model to give us access to a platform, a technology, with the hopes that we would have so much fun talking about it that we would tell the world to download the app while we're creating multimillionaires. Well, what if we can show you how to get back into position to do the same thing, but this time be financially rewarded? Well, it all starts with this visionary right here named Mr. Holton Buggs. I've had the honor and pleasure of knowing Holton Buggs for 20 years now, right around 19 years, going to 20 years. This year will be 20 years. He's the CEO and he's the chairman of Ibüümerang. He's the visionary behind where we're headed. Why is that important? I'm about to tell you. In 1990, this guy joined the home-based business arena for the first time. He stayed with the company. He fought. He built through blood, sweat, and tears. After 7 years, he got up to $500 a month. Now, I would not say that that is massive success by any means possible. Anybody who does something for 7 years and they're only making $500 a month, I would call that a struggle. I call that a struggle. But in 1997, that exact same man who struggled to learn the industry, that struggled because he wasn't the number one recruiter, he wasn't the number one salesperson, but he was in one of those companies where you have to be in order to make a lot of money. But in 1997, he developed a formula and a system to achieve rapid success. In 2009, he would start the process of making history. Even to this day, no one has broken his record in the world. In 2009, he joined a company where he would go on for 10 years into the year 2019. He created and helped over 45 people to make $1 million in his organization. Now, I've never heard of anybody in the world that has done that in 10-year span in one company, one compensation plan, one opportunity. This guy, Mr. Holton Buggs, today is the only person living on the planet that can say they joined a company in 2009 and 10 years later, he made over $100 million in commissions, helped create over 45 people in his team to make over $1 million. That's the visionary behind this company. Somebody who understands the struggle, who understands what it's like to be at the bottom and fighting to be on top for over 7 years to make over $500 a month. Why is that important? Because he understands the pain of why people quit home-based businesses. So he launched his own company to prove that if you have the right systems in place, that anybody that gets excited about our opportunity can have success based on their level of excitement. So with all that being said, Holton Buggs started to formulate his team. And in 2019, he launched Ibüümerang in March of 2019. And this is the team that he put together. Now, as you're reading these names, I want to make a point. Ibüümerang launched in 2019, March of 2019. So we really only had 9 months to ramp up to create a presence on this planet. We officially launched September of 2019, which means there was only 3 or 4 months left of the year to put our stamp, our official stamp on what we were going to do in 2019, which was our official launch year. Now, what I'm about to share with you is why you should pay attention and give me the next 40 minutes of your life. In 2019, Ibüümerang became the fastest growing home-based business opportunity in the world. Now, there are hundreds of companies that launched in 2019. There are thousands of companies that already existed before 2019. And every single one of those companies in the world, we were number one fastest growing opportunity in the world the year we launched. Not only do I not know another network marketing company that can say that, I don't know any company in the world that can say that. I don't know any company that the year they launched, they had participated in an industry that existed for decades and they became number one the year they launched. Amazon can't say that. No rideshare company can say that. Yahoo can't say that. There's no company in the world that I know of that was number one in their industry the year they launched. Ibüümerang did that. Not only that, even in the midst of everything that's going on in the world right now with the pandemic, our fastest growing month in Ibüümerang since inception was April of 2020. Think about April of 2020. April of 2020 has gone down on record as the most tragic crisis month of our lifetime. And that was our fastest growing month in history, which tells me that we're still the fastest growing company in the world today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Boom. How will we bring this vision to the world? Well, it all starts with our number one product, and it's called the Prib. Now, I'm slowing down on purpose because I really want you to understand what I'm about to say. This is our product. What you're looking at right now is our product. and we're going to change the world with this product. Well, Johnny, all I see is this bright orange circle with pretty beautiful colors in the middle of it. Me too. But here's what I want you to focus on. It's called the PRIB. P-R-I-B. Say it with me. Perpetual Residual Income Builder. The person who invited you out to be with me right now, this is what they wanted to share with you. It's a technology. It's an algorithm. It's data analytics. It's artificial intelligence. It's world-class people power. How can the PRIB help support you and build your business? Well, your customers are built through the PRIB. The PRIB sells the product and services to your customers, not you. As a matter of fact, the PRIB is so powerful that we do not want you speaking to your customers. We only want you to get them inside the PRIB. Well, Johnny, we don't understand. What are you talking about? Trust me, 20 minutes from now, you'll understand everything I'm talking about. The PRIB sells for you. It follows up. It does the upsells. It welcomes your team, orientation, training, upgrades, events, and retention. The PRIB is an algorithm. The PRIB is a technology. Well, Johnny, how do I benefit from the PRIB? I'm going to talk about a company that I respect just to make an example so you can grasp the example and the connection. Amazon.com. What was the first product that Amazon sold? I'm serious. Tell me. Type it. I'm looking on Facebook and I'm looking on Zoom. Type it. What's the very first product that Amazon sold? Yep. Look at it. Look at all these answers. Books. Downloadable books. They literally launched on the backs of people who order books. So is Amazon a book company? Are they a publishing company? No, they're a technology company. So why did they start with books? This is when the light bulb goes off. They started with books to study their free customers. The fastest growing companies in the world today are growing from free customer memberships. The fastest growing companies in the world right now are driven by free customers. Amazon, fastest growing company in the world. Well, how did they get there? Did they get there with books? Is Amazon.com the fastest growing company in the world right now because they were really brilliant with books? No, they were brilliant with why they started with books. See, the algorithm is their product. The books is how they learn their customers. When you order a book from Amazon, you're telling the technology who you are, and you're telling them your personality. So the more they study your personality, the more they know what to sell you in the future. Let me give you an example. If you order a cookbook on Amazon, you just told Amazon that eventually you're going to be ordering cooking supplies. So what do you think is going to happen when you start getting emails from Amazon, when they start having pop-up windows on social media? What are they doing? They're showing you what you're interested in based on what you told them. Now, I'm going to sidetrack from the presentation, and I have a confession. They say confession is good for the soul. Here's my confession to you. I hate the word hate. It's something that we don't use in my family. But I'm going to tell you something I hate. I hate junk mail. I hate spam. It drives me nuts. Why? Because I didn't ask for it. I don't want to see it. But why have I never been mad at Amazon? They send me advertising all the time because they only show me what I want to see. What my wife sees on her Amazon app is totally different than what I see on my Amazon app. Why? They study her as an individual, they study me as an individual, and they only show me what I want to see. That's what we're building, people. The PRIB is an algorithm that's going to study your free customers, and we're only going to offer them what they want based on their personality. The very first lead in inside the Prib, Amazon used books. We're using our travel booking engine called iGo. iGo is the exclusive travel booking engine that's available to Iboomerang. It is not used anywhere else in the world. It's the exclusive arm to our travel part of Iboomerang, which leads you to the Prib. The only way that a free customer can get access to the iGo platform is if an ambassador invites them into the Prib by throwing them a boomerang. Hold on, Johnny, slow down. What did you just say? Trust me, it's all going to make sense in a few minutes. The only way that a free customer can get access to the iGo booking engine is if they are inside the Prib. The only way they can get inside the Prib is from an ambassador that throws them a boomerang. Our first year in business, we have over 500,000 customers in 12 months that are inside the Prib. Free customers. How hard is it to get a free customer? It's not hard at all. They're free. But the only way they can get inside the Prib for free is from an ambassador that throws them a boomerang. Now, why would we start with the travel sector? Because Amazon starts with books. They're learning their personality based on the books you read. We believe that we want to play at the top. We're using the world's largest industry to build our free customer database. What's the world's largest industry? Travel. Travel is an $8 trillion a year industry. Now, as you're looking at what these continents, if you will, do on a daily basis in travel, follow me for a second as an entrepreneur. Put your entrepreneur hat on. The 5 world's largest industries, I'm going to tell you 4 of them. 4 of the world's largest industries in the world: food, pharmaceuticals, oil and gas. The number 1 largest industry in the world is travel. If you add up food, pharmaceuticals, and oil and gas, add them all up and combine what they do on an annual basis, it still doesn't do what travel does on an annual basis. So travel is so far ahead as the number 1 industry, it can't even see the number 2 industry in its rearview mirror. That's why we lead with travel. The other reason we lead with travel is because we believe we can learn people's personalities based on where they want to travel way faster than the books they read. Why? Sadly, everybody doesn't read books. Everybody wants to travel, especially right now. So think as an entrepreneur, when's the best time to get on an airplane? When it's on the ground or when it's in the air? As an entrepreneur, isn't it better to acquire as many customers as possible before the world starts traveling again on a global scale? Because right now, that's where we are. We are building for what's to come. The world's largest industry isn't going anywhere. It's just on pause right now for a lot of people like me. But as an entrepreneur, even though I'm not traveling, I'm staying safe at home, I'm still building my database because I'm an entrepreneur. And entrepreneurs think future. They don't think now. Consumers think right now. Consumers think right now. I have people in my team right now that are booking flights and booking hotels for New Year's of 2021. Why? Because the prices are so affordable right now, and we don't think we're ever going to see these prices again in the history of man because of what the prices are right now. So a lot of people are booking for next year, but don't let that fool you. A lot of people are traveling right now. So with all that being said, these travel booking engines control the majority of online booking in the world. Bookingholding.com and Expedia Group, they control 45 of the world's leading booking engines on the planet. They just rewrap them with different names like Booking.com, Rentalcars.com, Kayak.com, Agoda, OpenTable, Priceline, Hotwire. All of these companies are controlled by these 2 marketing arms. But here's the difference. Here's what I want you to understand. Although 45 websites did over $190 billion in 2018, These companies are in business to profit on the booking of travel. That's not our business model. Our business model is to create a lifestyle of savings for our free customers where they brag about the Prib and they brag about the fact of how much money they're saving in the iGo platform, that they invite more customers to get inside the Prib, which creates a social aspect of growing the company. Why? We're not upselling our prices on travel. You get it for what we get it. Why would we do that? Profiting off the booking of travel is not our business model. So what is our business model? We'll get there. Here's an example of the iGo platform versus live booking engines that are out there. Expedia.com versus iGo. Same hotel, same everything, same date, same everything. This person saved $161 a night on average savings. Look at the very bottom, at the green. 1,341 US dollars saved on one booking. Why am I only focused on the savings? Because we get paid when our customers save money. Think about that. Think about all the companies that you helped socially build because it was fun to talk about. It was fun to talk about the benefits. It was fun to talk about, hey, I just hit a button and a car picked me up and now I'm at home safe. I have no idea who the driver was. The driver has no idea who I am. It was a technology relationship. It was not personal. And now everybody starts downloading this rideshare app. Everybody starts downloading Amazon because packages come to your home. Everybody starts downloading an app where you can order food and it comes directly to your home. And it's exciting to brag about the fact that I didn't have to leave my house. I hit a button, I ordered food and it came to my house. And we're helping build all these technology-driven companies that have algorithms that are learning our habits, and we're making zero. We're creating billionaires. We're creating multimillionaires, but we're not making any money because we're having fun and we're bragging about the service. Until now. Iboomerang is going to bring services to the masses. And when you brag, you're financially incentivized. Look at the next example. Travelocity versus iGo. Same everything. Look at the savings, $316. And these are the actual emails that we get when we save. On my first booking, I saved $1,100 on a hotel presidential suite in the middle of Manhattan, New York. Now, $2,200 on my very first booking. Why am I only telling you the savings? Because my sponsor who brought me into Iboomerang made $1,100 when I saved $2,200. How is that possible? Remember, our platform is not designed to profit on the booking of travel. Our platform is to share the savings and pay it out in commissions to make sure your customers keep coming back. Look at the last one. This is a rental car. Rentalcars.com versus iGo. Same everything. This individual happens to be Holton Buggs, happens to be our founder. $1,589 on his first booking of a rental car. Now, I'm going to go out of the way and say that was not a regular car that he rented. I am sure that car was a luxury car in some shape, form, or fashion. I don't know, to be honest with you. But to save that kind of money, I've seen it with my own eyes, so I know that it's true. But here's what happens. When you understand where we're going with this, you'll understand the power of the Prib. We present in our travel iGo sector, this is our very first vertical into the Prib, 5-star lifestyles at 3-star prices. Our core services go beyond hotels, car rentals, cruises, flights, homes, weekend getaways, timeshare, like any timeshare that's out there in the world, we have access to that inventory for our free customers. Additional lifestyle activities. Why is this important? Because I want you to imagine while you're doing this, the Prib is studying you. Well, why is that important? Well, the algorithm is studying the habits of the free customers. Did you know that when you go to Amazon, if you search for anything, even if you don't buy it, you just told the algorithm what you're interested in. So when people go to our iGo platform and they search travel, even if they don't book travel, we know where they want to go. We know how many people they want to travel with. We know what time of the year they want to travel. We know how many family members are traveling with them. We know how many business trips they're taking. So as we're studying them, I want you to understand, I didn't join Iboomerang for what it is today. I joined Iboomerang because of where we're headed in the next 3 to 5 years. Entrepreneurs think long-term. Consumers think right now. So if you're a consumer type mindset person and you just spend money, become a free customer. But if you're an entrepreneur type mindset, or you want to be, think about where we're headed, not where we are. We're the number one fastest growing opportunity in the world right now. And I'm still not thinking today. I'm thinking 3 to 5 years from now. How many free customers can I have in my team? How many ambassadors can I have in my organization in the next 3 to 5 years? That's what my thoughts are. Why? Because I know the power of the Prib, and you're about to understand it as well. Here's our price guarantee on the iGo platform. This is how confident we are in our product. You find a better price, you book with us, and you show us another price that was better, we'll give you 110% of the difference. Did you hear that? We'll give you 110% of the difference if you find a better price after you book. Why are we that confident? Remember, we don't mark our prices up. That's not our business model. So we already know we're going to be the best price. But even if you do find a better price, and you will, it's going to happen, they'll give you 110% of the difference. That's how confident we are. Now look at the very bottom. You see that car? Wouldn't you think that the iGo matches perfectly with rideshare? Well, we'll talk about that in just a minute. Here's a couple examples where the light bulb starts to go off, where you understand our business model. Our business model is not to make money or profit on the booking of travel. It's to make money on the savings that's booked on the iGo platform. Well, Johnny, what do you mean? Read at the very bottom. 50% is paid to the referring ambassador as a direct travel savings bonus. 35% is converted to commissionable volume so that it can be paid and applied in a unilevel compensation plan, which means it's paid upline to your organization that brought you in. So based on this example, if you look, this individual saved $212. Look over here what that would mean for you if that was your customer. If that was your customer that saved $212, you would make $106 in travel savings bonuses. You did nothing. You sold nothing. The algorithm, the Prib, iGo Travel did all the work for you. These are free customers. You don't know when they're going to travel. This is the first opportunity that I've ever seen in my life that says, please do not talk to your customers. Typically in network marketing, I have to talk to my customers because I got to sell them something. I got to sell you my water, sell you my juice, sell you my pills, sell you my nutritionals. Over here, the Prib speaks to the customers for you. Have you ever thought to yourself, you've never got a customer support call from Amazon trying to sell you anything? The technology is already doing the work for you. That's what we're doing in Ibüümerang. Now, here's a visual of what happens to somebody who has 10 customers. Let's say you join Ibüümerang, you acquire 10 customers. Well, Johnny, how do I get a customer? You throw them a boomerang. When you throw them that boomerang, it's all digital. You send them a text message, you send them an email, they activate the boomerang, they become a customer inside the Prib for life. You never have to talk to them again. The Prib starts talking to them for you, just like you never have to talk to Amazon. Let's say you have 10 customers. Let's say those 10 customers save an average of $600 a year on their travel. It's very low numbers. Remember, my first savings was $2,200 in one day. But let's just say the average customer saves $600 a year. Those are the numbers that we've studied, and that's the number that's realistic to the masses. So if you have 10 customers that save $600 a year on average, that's $6,000 a year in savings that your customers have saved. That means you would make $3,000 on their savings. So wait a minute, Johnny. So you're telling me I don't have to sell anything? I don't have to recruit to make money in this company? I can just go out and get free customers? Free customers? It's free. That's not called recruiting. Who did you recruit to join Amazon? I mean, who did you recruit to join Instagram? Who did you recruit to join Facebook? Who did you recruit to join LinkedIn? You wouldn't call that recruiting. You would call that sharing. All you have to do is share and bring free customers into the Prib, and the Prib starts working for you. So what happens when you start building a team? When you start building a team of ambassadors, their customers are your customers too. So let's just say you join Ibüümerang in the next 90 days, you have 50 ambassadors that you brought in the team. Not you who brought them in. Let's say you brought in 5 ambassadors who brought in 5 ambassadors. That's 25 ambassadors. If those 25 ambassadors told one ambassador, now you're at 50 ambassadors. So let's just say you have a team of 50 ambassadors. And out of those 50 ambassadors, they on average have 10 free customers a piece inside the Prib. That's 500 customers in your team. 500 customers in your team that's saving an average of $600 a year in travel. That's over $20,000 a year in residual income on average for you on free customers. This is not even your organization of building ambassadors. This is just free customers. We haven't even talked about what happens when you build ambassadors. But let's talk about another vertical of the Prib. Remember, the first door to the Prib is the iGo travel platform. The second door into the Prib that was just recently announced in the last 4 or 5 months, actually the last 6 or 7 months, is Vibe Rides. Why? The rideshare industry is the fastest growing segment of transportation. Our visionary, Holton Buggs, he wants to play at the top. Why choose an industry that's in like 9 or 10 when you can choose number 1? The number 1 fastest growing segment in transportation right now is rideshare. So we're launching Vibe Rides. The front door to the Prib is iGo Travel. The very next vertical inside the Prib is Vibe Rides. We're going to have multiple verticals in the Prib. Why? Your customers live in the Prib. They don't live in iGo. They don't live in Vibe Rides. They live in the Prib. Just like with Amazon, you don't live in the books. You don't live in mattresses. You don't live in technology. You live inside their algorithm and you have access to all of their products and services because you're a free customer. But their business model was to never financially reward you to get people to download that app. Ours is. So for the first time in the history of home-based businesses, a company exists where you get customers and you don't sell them anything and you don't talk to them. You let the Prib do all the work for you. Now remember, we have over 500,000 people inside the Prib already in our first 12 months. Can you imagine what happens when we have 5 million customers inside the Prib? Every time we roll out a new vertical, there's already 5 million customers waiting to hear about that vertical. So we're not launching new products and then getting to get the customers. The customers are already inside the Prib and they're growing every hour. Because ambassadors like me are sending boomerangs to people like you to become free customers. But this presentation is not about you becoming a free customer. If that's where you end up, that's fine. But this is about you becoming an entrepreneur and an ambassador to help us take Ibüümerang to the world. So our second vertical is going to be Vibe Rides. Why is it called Vibe Rides? Because you get to choose your vibe. With our app, when you hit that button, you call a car to come pick you up. They already know what air condition, what heater, what music, what kind of car you want. And if you're a female, you could choose female only drivers if that makes you feel safer. Vibe Rides is all about creating an atmosphere for all of our customers that are inside the Prib. This will not be available to the masses. The masses of people around the world will not be able to download the Vibe Ride app and call for a ride. They can only download the app if they have been referred by an ambassador. Why is that important? There's 98 million people who have already downloaded a rideshare app. So the majority of the work has already been done for us. Rideshare companies have already made it comfortable for riders to want to download the app. So the hard work has been done for us. Now all we have to do is tell the world that we exist, but it's only available for our customers that are inside the Prib. So 5.3 million drivers and growing. Well, where does that come in that interests you financially? Well, the rideshare industry is $24.4 billion a year industry. It's the very fastest growing segment of the transportation. So what's in it for you? Well, there's 3 ways to earn in Vibe Rides. You earn when you drive, you earn when others drive, and you earn when your customers ride. Now, if you understand what I'm about to say, many of you will not be able to sleep tonight because you're going to understand what you have your hands on. Vibe Rides, that vehicle right there actually exists. I've ridden in it. Our founder, our CEO, Mr. Holton Buggs, did the very first Vibe Ride. Like, he is a Vibe Ride driver. He did the very first drive. Why? He wants to know how it works. He wants to eat and sleep every service that he offers. Now, I want you to look at this vertical. This is based on a $100 fare on a ride share. If you recruit a driver, hold on, what? Wait, I can recruit drivers? Yes, that's part of Ibüümerang. You can recruit drivers to drive for Vibe Rides, and every single ride they take, you're going to make money. You never have to talk to the driver again. You don't even have to know where they're driving or what they're doing or what country they live in. Every drive that they make for Vibe Rides, you get paid. It gets better than that. Look what happens if you're a driver. If I bring a driver into Vibe Rides, on this fare, that driver would make $75. Now, I really don't think that's something to brag about, because I think they're used to making that kind of money on a $100 fare. Maybe ours is a little bit more, but it's not really enough to brag about. But here's where we brag. See, when I found out that Ibüümerang was going to launch their own rideshare company, even before I knew the name of the company, I started practicing, because I use rideshare all over the world. I do that more than I drive at home. So when I get inside of a rideshare and I get inside the car, I'm talking to a driver who understands the industry of rideshare. So it's not hard to recruit them to download the app and become a Vibe driver. Here's what I say. How much money do you make when you're not driving? Every time I ask that question, the driver looks back. They forget they're driving. They're like, what kind of question is that? I don't make money when I'm not driving. That's not the business model. I make money when I'm driving. That's why I want to drive. What if I can show you that there's a new rideshare company that's launching this year, and they pay you when you're not driving by helping recruit other drivers? Every driver that I have said this to, and I say it early on in the drive because I want it to absorb. Every driver that I've said that to, at least 3 times before I get out of the car, please don't forget to call me. Please don't forget to send me that link. Please don't forget to send me the code so I can download the app and start the process of becoming a Vibe driver. But I also can recruit riders. Every single person that downloads the app because of me is linked to me forever, just like they'll be linked to you forever. So how many people do you know that is already comfortable with doing rideshare? Pretty much everybody at this point. Every single person that takes a ride, I get paid. Every one of my drivers that are driving, I get paid. Exactly the same thing will happen for you. So what if my driver recruits another driver? I get paid on both of them. Well, what if a driver recruits a rider? I get paid on both of them. Well, what if your driver picks up your rider? I'm making a double commission. Do you see where we're headed with this? This is just the second vertical in the Prib. We're just getting started. See, I believe very confidently that one day, just like the whole world says, did you Google that? Google's a name of a search engine. It's not an adjective. It's not an action word. We turned it into an action word. I believe that in the next 3 to 5 years, with your help, the whole world will say, do you boomerang? And those people who are part of the ground floor opportunity that got the entire world to say, do you boomerang, will be financially incentivized in a very big way. When people say, I put it on the gram, they're talking about Instagram. Is it on the gram? It's a household word right now, but you're not financially incentivized. Now you're financially incentivized to help us become a household word, just by simply getting free customers into the Prib and enjoying our services. Remember, it only works if our customers save money. It only works if our customers are happy. So imagine the first time ever A home-based business opportunity exists on free customers being happy. The happier our customers are, the more money you're going to make. So here's an example of the smart codes that are used already in place with Iboomerang. I can send somebody my code, and when they scan my code and they download the app, they are linked to me forever. When I send them a boomerang, when they download and activate that boomerang, it takes seconds. They are linked to me forever. I never have to talk to that customer again. When we roll out new services, when we roll out new products, when they get into a Vibe ride, when they become a Vibe driver, no matter what they do, no matter what they book on the iGo platform, I'm financially incentivized and I never have to talk to them again. That, my friends, is the new era of home-based businesses. And Iboomerang is the very first company in the world to roll out something that's socially, financially rewarding. Socially, you have been rewarded because you've been having fun building Instagram. Socially, you've had fun building Facebook. You had fun building TikTok, but they're not financially rewarding you. We will. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the boom. The boom is real. This screen right here, the reason I like showing this screen, because I want you to understand the heartbeat of our founder, our CEO, Mr. Holton Buggs. We were at an event with 10,000 people in Houston, Texas in February. We had a breakout lunch of all the diamonds, high-level leaders and above. I was in this room. The founder walks into the room to our luncheon. There's probably 200 people in there. And he says, how would you guys like if you guys got a raise? We went crazy. Yeah, we want a raise. And he said, what if I gave it to you today? Now we're all puzzled and we're looking at each other. We already know who he is. Like, what is he about to do? He implements this. This screen that you're looking at right now, you don't have to understand it. I just want you to understand Holton Buggs' personality type and the leader that he is and the owner of our company, which you're going to be following. His heartbeat is to take care of his people. Because we were the fastest growing company in the world in 2019, he implemented this for us as a reward. Money given to us for nothing. My weekly income went up 20 to 25% instantly because Holton Buggs decided to implement this new Fast Start Accelerating bonus. Now, you may not understand what I just said, but you can't help but understand the heartbeat and the mindset of our visionary, Mr. Holton Buggs. When you join Iboomerang, you participate in a dual team bonus plan that pays out on a weekly basis. You don't have to understand this. The technology and the computer does all of this for you. Let's say you join us today and the person who invited you out, you join their team. You're going to go on their left team or their right team. You may never know. The computer does it for you, but you're financially incentivized to get positioned faster and quicker. The faster you say yes to the person who invited you, the higher you are up in their organization, and they'll explain the benefits of that when you get with them. In our compensation plan, I know this sounds crazy, and you're looking at it. You can make up to $250,000 a week just in the dual team bonus. That's another part of the compensation plan that has nothing to do with what I just showed you. There's 3 or 4 ways that we make money, actually 4 or 5 ways that we make money in Iboomerang based on our free customers and based on ambassadors who are building. So I'm going to show you how people come in, how the majority of the individuals join Iboomerang as ambassadors. And you can get with the person who invited you out and you choose the level that you want to join. As an ambassador and Iboomerang, I'm going to give you a high-level view of why I decided to become a first-class member. And I think you'll understand why becoming a first-class ambassador is in your best interest if you can. If you can't, do what you can do. Just get positioned as soon as possible. As a coach class ambassador in Iboomerang, you get access to the iGo booking engine as well. So not only are you an ambassador, you're also a customer inside the PRIP. But as a coach, it costs $250 to become a coach member, and it's $99 a month starting your second month. Why is that important? Because you get the iGo platform, but you only get access to hotels, flights, and rental cars. You get 10 boomerangs. Remember I said you throw a boomerang out to your customer, they activate it, and they become your customer for life? As a coach class ambassador, immediately you can bring in 10 free customers. Well, Johnny, what happens if I run out of customers? Well, what happens if I run out of boomerangs? You can always go into your back office and purchase more boomerangs instantly. And once you get those boomerangs, you can instantly get more free customers. So you purchase the boomerangs to get the free customers. It doesn't cost the customers anything. Well, how much is a boomerang? You can get 25 boomerangs for $25 right now. There's a special going on. So every time I run out of boomerangs, I just buy more boomerangs in my back office so I can acquire more customers. Why? Each customer is worth about $300 to $600 a year to me in commissions. That's on a very low level. That's only if they travel. But what happens when Vibe Ride rolls out around the world? Right now, Vibe Ride is available in Houston, Texas, is our beta market. Our beta market is Dallas, Fort Worth, as well as Orlando, Florida, and Miami. Those are our beta markets with Vibe Rides. Eventually, we'll be in New York. Our very first international market will be London, England. Remember, I'm not a part of Iboomerang because of what it is today. I am happy that Vibe Rides is not available everywhere because that means I'm ground floor and I get to help build and take them everywhere, which means for the first time in my life, I'm financially incentivized to build a technology that the whole world will know about. And I'm financially incentivized because I wasn't financially incentivized before, but I did champion the cause for many companies where I was a free customer and I referred it and I shared it with people. Now I'm financially incentivized for life to do so. So let's go to business class. Well, let me show you something on coach class before I show you this. You also can make 50% of your travel savings bonuses as a coach class member. Becoming a business class member, you make 100% of the business of travel savings bonuses. So you can automatically see just right off the jump, paying $250 more to become business class makes a heck of a lot more sense because you make 100% of the commissions instead of 50% on your free customers. You get everything in the iGo engine, including coach class, and you get cruises as business. You get 12% in the dual compensation plan instead of 10%. And it costs $500 instead of $250 to become an ambassador at the business level. Now, I'm a first class ambassador. I joined the very first day at first class. If you're not first class and you're business class, you can upgrade right now without penalty. Holton Bugs put together a stimulus package for the month of May. Today's the very last day of May. Anybody who's coach class is listening to me right now, you can upgrade to first class without penalty right now. And you'll get all the benefits that I have just because you hit that button to upgrade. Now, as a first class member, you get everything in the iGo engine. You get 50 boomerangs instead of 25 boomerangs. Now I can go out and get 50 customers my first month. If I run out of boomerangs, congratulations. The only way you can run out of boomerangs is if you have too many customers. If you have too many customers, that's a good problem. Remember, we're entrepreneurs. We're in business. We acquire the customers by sending them a boomerang. So you get 50 possibilities your first month to get 50 boomerangs. Well, Johnny, what happens if I don't get 50 customers? They're still in your inventory. You can give out your boomerangs as fast as you want to. You can acquire customers as fast as you want to. I have people in my team that have 2,000 customers personally that they brought in. Now, because they're in my team, I have that means I have 2,000, but they got 2,000 on their own. I have gotten about 121 customers on my own. People in my team are kicking my butt when it comes to getting customers. 50 boomerangs, 15% dual compensation instead of 12% or 10%. And it's $1,000 to become first class unless you join today. You join us today in the month of May. Our company, you got to know the heartbeat of Holton Bugs. He put together a stimulus package during COVID-19 where he put $2 million stimulus package into Iboomerang. So you can become a first class member today for $800 instead of $1,000. That goes away after today. So you join us today. Anybody who's coach, you want to upgrade today. If you're business class, you want to upgrade today. Because not only will you get the rest of your boomerangs, not only will you be able to upgrade without penalty, you'll upgrade at the stimulus rate that Holton put together at a discount for $200. It's usually $1,000. Today you can upgrade and pay the difference of $800 and be first class right now, immediately. So with all that being said, guys, the person who invited you out, they simply wanted to share with you the concept of Iboomerang. I had 45 minutes to an hour to spend with you, and my time is up. I'm just here to introduce to you the possibilities of what can happen to you in the next 3 to 5 years if you start building with us today. If you just want to be a free customer, be a free customer. Get with the person who invited you out and say, hey, send me that boomerang. I want to check this out. I want to be a free customer. But for those of you who want to be entrepreneurs and you want to ride the wave of where we're headed, get involved as an ambassador. Get with the person who invited you out immediately. And trust me, you'll be glad you did. Do it today. Today is the last day to take advantage of the discounts that are available during COVID-19. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for giving me your time and your opportunity. For those of you who choose to join today, please tag me. Please post something. I want to celebrate you. I want to know that you joined because of this presentation. That gets me excited. Guys, we are in all out full momentum right now. April was our fastest growing month in the history of Ibüümerang. We believe May is going to beat April. And we definitely believe June is going to beat May. Join us as we revolutionize the industry of network marketing. And as we head to the top, we want you to make that move with us. Don't wait until we get there. Do not wait to join Ibüümerang when the whole world can spell it. Join Ibüümerang before the whole world can even pronounce it. Just like you couldn't pronounce Google. Just like you couldn't spell Google. Just like Google made no sense when you heard it for the first time. But now the whole world says it as if it's something normal to say. Do you boom? That question is going to take over the world. Help us. We'll financially incentivize you to help us make that a possibility. No company in history has ever financially incentivized you to make them a household name. You did it because you were having fun. Come have fun. Come travel. Come save money. Come enjoy the funnest or the most fun opportunity on the planet and boom with us and make us a household name. We'll pay you in a very big way to make that reality. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. We got another presentation coming up, so I got to jump off. And with all that being said, welcome to the boom.